Hi, this is Helen. I'm going to show you how to set up a training session using WebEx. So this is what you would use if you were going to teach a class using WebEx. You go to the WebEx URL, which I've highlighted here. Then you click on your login and I'm going to click on login with faculty and staff since I'm a faculty member. I'm already authenticated into the system, so it didn't ask me to do that, but otherwise you will be asked to, you'll actually click on something here that says log in, and you'll log in and it will take you to this page. Next you go to click on Training Center if it doesn't default to Training Center, and then click to schedule a training. When you click to schedule a training, it asks you to set up this information. So the first thing that you want to do is to put the topic in. And usually I put the topic of the class. So say I'm going to teach my class Educ 2000, and it's going to be on February 27th, say 2016. I'll put that there. Leave the password blank, leave all of this blank. Scroll on down. So the date you want to set it for, February, I'll say 27th, and I want to start at 3 p.m. And I want to make sure that that's the correct time zone. I usually like to let my students join 10 minutes before the start time, and so I'll set it at that. And my class is 2 hours long, so I'll set it for 2 hours. You can set it for your estimated duration. I'm not sure that it makes a difference how long you set it for. So then what you've got to do is scroll down, and what I find sometimes it doesn't always scroll easily. Scroll on down here. Don't require attendance. You don't need to invite attendees or presenters. Now under session options, you want to click on Edit Options, and it opens this window. One of the things that is important to check in this window is under Other Options is to mute the attendees upon entry, because otherwise they can use the mic right away and it can cause confusion. You don't necessarily have to change any of these other options. You can always change them once you're in the session. So I'm going to leave those as the defaults. You want to make sure, by the way, that these top ones are checked, just in case they aren't. So these are the options that should be checked. Excuse me. And excuse me. And click Save. Then this is important. Entry and exit tone, say no tone, because otherwise as students join it beeps and beeps and it can be very annoying. Scroll on down here. And what you can do is put in the agenda. So whatever the agenda is for the class, we might be doing a class on, my class topic will be using social media in the elementary classroom, my topic for this week. And if you want to put a description, you can put this there. We'll be doing group work and presentations. You can have more detail if you want. Once you've done that, you can also, if you want to, import a picture. And so if you click on import a picture, it'll ask you to find one. So I'm going to choose a file. And what you need to do is to find a file. The picture can't be more than, I think it's 400 pixels across, otherwise it doesn't let you use it. So I'm looking for a picture here, and of course I can't find one. Here we go, photos of Helen. I have them handy dandy for that purpose. And this one here I've actually resized so it's 200 pixels. So I make sure that it will fit, and I say open and import, and it goes ahead and thinks about it, and there's the picture. Okay, then you're done. You say to schedule the session, and your session is scheduled. And so you can go ahead and say okay. Once you've done that, if you want to go to your WebEx, to My Meetings, and to click on, I'll see the meetings that I have scheduled. So there is the one that I have just scheduled. Now, this is an easy way to get the URL to share with your students and also to check that it's working. If you click on Start, it will actually launch the WebEx. And what you do is when you're in the meeting, let me move this over so that you can see this. If you click on Invite and Remind, it says the session URL, and if you click Copy, you now have the URL of the session to give to your students copied to your clipboard. And what you can then do is you can go to your learning management system or wherever you would like to insert the URL. I will just, for now, to show you how this works, open a text edit, and I will paste the URL. So it's a long URL. And now I can, so I might say, put a note here, WebEx for 2000 Feb 27th. So I now have that URL, and when I'm ready to put it into my Moodle site, I have it. That's what you share directly with the students. When they click on the URL, they are taken straight to WebEx.